What's going on, people? So, got a box here, but you knew that, didn't you? Inside this box is a pair of Asics shoes. Also inside this box is another pair of Asics shoes. That's why it's so big. But anyways, let's go ahead and cut this thing open here. These aren't both for me. One is for me, and it happens to be the one on top, so that's convenient. The other one is for my dad, right? Because I bought him some shoes because he wanted some shoes. Well, maybe he didn't want some shoes, but mentally I told myself he needs some shoes. And so, since Father's Day was coming around, I figured I'd get him something, right? So these obviously are for me. That's Tourmaline or Tourmaline or whatever that word is. But I'll show you what I got him though. So this is also of the Gel-Lyte III fame. So this one right here, man, this thing is nice. Like, I saw Anthony Levine do a video of these a while ago. Yeah, these are really, really nice, actually. If they still have them around, I might have to venture back for a second pair in a 9.5. But here's the thing, right? I bought him a pair of running shoes and I bought him a pair of Gel-Lyte 3s. A separate pair. That box is still over there in the other room. But then I saw those and I was like, you know what, maybe he'd like those. So I just bought those two. And I figured, you know what? I thought about it after. I was like, I'll give him those other two this time and I'll just set those around for like a rainy day. And you know, because he really likes red. That's like one of his colors. So anyways, got a box here. This one. Looking at the side of the box, there you go. See whatever's on the side there. Some people do like to know that stuff. That's that Kyle guy that's into it. I think his name's Kyle. I feel like it is. Either way, so this says Gel-Lyte III OG and Tourmaline, or whatever that word is. I haven't seen any reviews on, well, I've seen the reviews. I've seen that they're out there. I haven't watched any reviews on these, so I'm sure everyone else probably went over the pronunciation of it already. But again, I don't watch videos of stuff if I'm going to buy it because I want to save my reaction for when I get it, right? Sometimes it would be handy to have watched other things so you learn a little bit of info or whatever about something. But usually I'm fine with that. I think people have kind of just accepted the fact that I'm not always super knowledgeable of the things that I get. But they still watch. Maybe they just watch for the pictures. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this right here. This, as I said before, is the Asics Gel-Lyte III OG in the Tourmaline colorway. Yeah, these were a bit of a pack thing. There were 4 altogether. I forget what the other 3 models were. One was like a Gel-Lyte 1 or something like that, and then there was these 2 other ones. I don't know. This was the one that I wanted, so it's the one that I got. Starting with the bottom. Down there, what you're looking at is basically your standard plain outsole on your standard Gel-Lyte 3. Got some black, got some reddish orange. That about sums that up. On the side here, you got a little bit more going on, just a tad, because you got the yellow on the front, you got the yellow on the back, and then you got this little green area on the mid side here. So there's that, and otherwise it's just that nice cushiony sort of foam thing that they have going on down there. So it gives it a nice look. Overall, personal opinion, of course. Now, moving on up to this here upper and all that, seeing what we see. So I'll get you one quick overview shot so you can see that basically there's a lot of colors going on. So we're just going to kind of zoom in and talk about a little bit of it, see what these materials are like and all that stuff. Starting with the front area here, down around that toe box, what you're looking at is going to be some suede, and that is in some kind of blue type color. Minus these little 2 pieces over here, which sometimes are 3M. This time it is not. And that is in some kind of purple right there. Can't quite tell what material that is, but it's nothing amazing. So just take that for what it's worth. And then covering the top of your feet here, you have the toe box area. And that feels kind of like one of those meshy style things that you've seen on a lot of shoes, right? Nothing amazing. It doesn't feel like any softer than anything I've felt before. But it's fine, right? Especially for $110. 110 I want to say. Can't complain. And then that's just going to be in that green sort of color. Moving back to the middle-ish area here, you've got the same thing you have normally. You've got this outlined area where you've got some of this tannish orange suede, and then on the top area you have suede as well, but that's more in that light green. And then at the very bottom here, just a little bit, you do have some of that purple that kind of helps outline the laces. And then down here in the middle, you've got a green Asics logo kind of with a blue outline, and then behind that you have that same mesh that you had on the toe box, but this time around it's purple. So pretty good color combinations all around in my opinion. And one thing I didn't really say, but you saw it, you got the little yellow plastic pieces holding down the laces. So let's go ahead and just move a little further back. So around here on this heel area, this suede feels a lot nicer than the than the toe suede does. So that's cool. It's not anything like any of those fancy color changing things like some other shoes I've done, but it just feels pretty nice, pretty soft. So I do like that. And then on there, you also have the Gel-Lyte 3 in yellow. Below that, you got that little black heel counter type piece or whatever that is down there. And then above that, making up the inner area, because again, as I often say, these are a bit like Hirachis or Jordan 7s, things like that. Something else I was reviewing the other day, foam posits that just have that inner area, you know? And so that's going to be orange with a little red on the inside, but we can touch on that later. So you got that going on, and then like I was saying before with that Asics logo over here, it just kind of dips all the way to the back. But it stops right here at this piece, and that's going to be some yellowish kind of suede. Not quite yellow, but it's close, you know? The Asics logo in there, that's yellow, and then you have this reddish orange piece with gel on the top there with, what is that? That's going to be like a navyish blue almost. It's kind of like this, but like it seems like it's just a smidge darker. And that kind of sums up the visual for the most part. I think I hit everything. There's nothing I can see that I haven't covered. So we'll finish off with the laces, of course, before we go into the inside. So like I was saying out here on the lacing side, right, you do have the suede that's kind of outlaying it with the yellow pieces. And then the laces themselves, very much like your standard, say like Air Max 90 or whatever laces, things like that. Just cotton, I assume, but it's purple. And it's a pretty decent color. I was wondering if these were going to come with extra laces because it seemed like something that would, but they don't, and that's fine. I probably wouldn't bother switching them out anyway because I'm lazy like that. But you have that, and then behind it, of course, you've got that split tongue that these are pretty much known for. So there's that for you. And now, we've covered the whole outside of the shoe, if I'm not mistaken. One quick thing I will kind of dip down back into. On the side here, you do have some nice perforation on the side within that Asics logo. Kind of helps give you some more breathability. Because as you can see, overall this shoe material-wise isn't the most breathable on its own, unlike a lot of the standard ones. Anyways, moving on past that, let's talk about the inside. Down there, what you're looking at, you got a green insole, and you got that same colored Asics as you saw where it said gel on the back, that sort of blue color. And as I was saying also before, on the inside here, as far as the inside of the shoe, it's all going to be that orangish red sort of color. So that's pretty cool. Overall though, now that we've seen all this and I've talked about a lot of it, I'm going to hit you with some personal thoughts and whatnot. I saw these on whatever website initially, another website that I bought from, but I figured, you know what, I'll wait for them to come over to the Asics site. And then here it is like a week or two later, and they have popped up on there and I was able to get them. And now looking at them in hand, these are definitely very nice, very nice. So I do like that. But past that, as far as like the visual goes, I mean, I know it's not going to be for everybody, but it is for me, and that's what matters because it was my money. You know, I'm not buying shoes for you people. You buy your own shoes. So I like them. That's cool. Now we're done with that. Let's talk about some sizing. I buy my Asics, my Gel-Lyte 3s and whatnot in 9.5. To me, that size fits perfectly. I would say it's a true to size fit. Some people might agree, some people might not. But one thing that I will say is that if this upper area, like getting that closed, is a problem for you, you know, because it does have that split tongue. If that's something you want aesthetically to be closed and you're not sure about your sizing, if you think it's going to fit just big enough, you might want to consider going up half just so you can get that to, you know, be closed down like it should be. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to be looking all weird, bursting at the seams or whatever. You don't necessarily want that. At least I wouldn't, you know, but I'm picky about minor things. So it is what it is. But past that, as far as like the sizing goes, I would compare it personally to like an Air Max 90 or something like that. So if you happen to have a pair of those, buy the same size. Or if you know what your shoe size is, I would just go true to size, which I think I said. Anyways, once you're walking around in these though, you are gonna be feeling pretty good in the feet and maybe just overall as a person, because who doesn't feel good when you wear nice shoes? So you got that going for you. You can wear them all day doing whatever you're gonna be doing. The only difference that I've noticed is that some of them, just because the materials vary, the comfort level can vary, right? Some of the nicer ones, they feel a little lighter, a little more movable, mobility wise. Some of the other ones, they may feel overall a little bit warmer. This one, on a warm day, it's probably not going to be your best friend, but overall, I think you're still going to be good. I don't know, just get some thin socks or something, and you probably like at least have a little more breathability that way. But overall, just taking it at face value, this is a solid all-day wear type shoe. So buy them, don't think it over too much, and just go with it. That's my suggestion. And that being that, I think we're good on the sizing and all that stuff, so we can go ahead and just wrap this video up. I don't have anything else to say because I don't have any other shoes coming. Actually, no, I do have shoes coming in. I just got word that I won a raffle from Adidas on some Yeezys that came out today. They're like the blue and white. They got this spider web sort of thing. Almost kind of reminds me of like an Air Max 2012. But yeah, so those will be here at some point. But past that, I'll worry about later. For now, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I gotta get some stuff together and all that, clean up a little bit, 'cause mom and dad are coming by and all that stuff. They probably don't want to see like pro wrestling tees bags over. Well, they probably wouldn't care. They just be like, well, whatever. It's Tristan. Later, people.